In the headlines, the opening ceremony of the 4th Military Zone 9 Television Festival in 2021. Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee inspected the project of constructing the route connecting Cách Mạng Tháng Tám Street and Provincial Road number 918. The Cultural Social Board of Cần Thơ City People's Council supervised the implementation of assistance policies for people affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Hello and welcome to Cần Thơ News of Cần Thơ Radio and Television Station. I'm back with the latest updates. On the morning of October 27th, the Military Zone 9 High Command organized an opening ceremony for the 4th Military Zone 9 Television Festival in 2021. Attending the function was Military Zone 9 Political Commissar Major General Nguyễn Văn Gấu, Deputy Political Commissar Major General Đoàn Thanh Xuân, members of the organizing board, judges, representatives of the military headquarters of 12 cities and provinces. This year's festival attracts 30 submissions from 12 military headquarters of the localities in Military Zone 9. In his opening remarks, Deputy Political Commissar Major General Đoàn Thanh Xuân, head of the 4th Military Zone 9 Television Festival Organization Board, emphasized that Military Zone High Command values the timely coordinations in carrying out the publicity task between the military headquarters of the cities and provinces and the local radio and television stations on the activities of the military forces of Military Zone 9 over the past time that have contributed to raising awareness, consolidating people's faith, and well-performing the task of national construction and defense. This is an opportunity for the publicity staff of the armed forces of Military Zone 9 to exchange experiences to further improve the quality of reportages, documentaries, and national defense programs broadcast on municipal and provincial TV and radio stations. Qualified works will be selected to take part in the 2021 Whole Army Television Festival that will take place later this year. The 4th Military Zone 9 Television Festival will conclude on October 29th. On the same morning of October 27, the Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Cần Thơ City organized a conference to criticize and contribute opinions to the draft resolutions of the city's People's Council. President and Vice President of Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Cần Thơ City, Nguyễn Trung Nhân and Đinh Trung Trực chaired the conference. In general, the delegates agree with the draft contents of 4 statements and resolutions, agree on the necessities of promulgating resolutions suitable to the situation, contributing to promoting the city's development. Regarding the resolution on granting scholarships to Laotian and Cambodian students, it complies with the party's foreign policies and viewpoints. However, some comments suggested that the scholarship recipients should be added and the amount granted should be clarified. The spending level should not exceed the regulations of the central government. For the statements of the draft resolution of the city's People's Council stipulating the rate of collection of fees for educational activities in addition to tuition fees, fees for enrollment services to 10th grade of public high schools in Cần Thơ City from the 2021-2022 school year, the delegates agree that there must be social contributions to the education mission. They proposed the clarification of basics for setting the fee rate, parents and student opinions, and the consideration of the time to issue the resolution, especially in the hard time of COVID-19 pandemic. Regarding the draft statement and resolution on promulgating regulation on decentralization of revenue sources, spending tasks and regulation rates among budget levels in the period of budget stability from 2022 to 2025, according to the delegates, it is necessary to determine the expenditure ratio frame for the general budget as a basis for the estimates of localities and units, detailing certain expenditures for defense at each level. At the conference, the delegates also commented and criticized the decision on the centralization of management of public employees. On the afternoon of October 27, Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Nguyễn Văn Hồng inspected and worked with Bình Thủy District on the project of constructing the route connecting Cách Mạng Tháng Tám Street and Provincial Road number 918 of Cần Thơ City Development and Urban Adaptability Enhancement Project invested by the ODA Management Board. The project consists of construction packages of roads and culverts connecting Cách Mạng Tháng Tám Street to Provincial Road number 918, a road connecting the section from Võ Văn Kiệt intersection to the end of the borderline with Long Tuyền Ward. Construction started in 2018 and was planned to be completed in 2019. However, due to the prolonged ground clearance, unfinished resettlement arrangement, and technical adjustments at some parts, the project has not been completed after 4 years. Listening to the comments from the members of the inspection team, the Vice Chairman of the City People's Committee suggested that Bình Thuận District and the ODA Project Management Board focus on solving problems in ground handover, completing compensation and resettlement for affected cases, concentrate human resources and means to speed up construction. The Cultural Social Board of Cần Thơ City People's Council on October 27th morning supervised the implementation of assistance policies for people affected by the COVID-19 pandemic following Resolution number 68 of the government and resolutions of Cần Thơ City People's Council. Attending the function was Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Council Nguyễn Thành Đông. As reported by the Department of Labor, Invalid and Social Affairs, for the recipient of assistance following Resolution number 68 to October 19, the city have provided assistance to nearly 3,700 employers and over 184,700 out of 263,790 laborers with a fund of over 259.6 billion Vietnam dong, reaching over 70% of the approved recipients. Regarding assistance for freelance workers following Resolution number 52 of the City People's Council, the city approved 160,355 recipients, paid over 93,000 people, or 58%, with a fund of over 184.4 billion Vietnam dong. Regarding the implementation of support policies for people in hardship according to Clause 8, Article 2 of Resolution number 44 of the City's People's Council, localities are reviewing and making a list of people currently living in the area and people returning from pandemic-hit areas isolated at home and in concentrated quarantine sites. As of now, only Ninh Kiều District has received applications to support 193 people with a budget of 96.65 million Vietnam dong. Since there are many difficulties in implementing assistance policies, the Cultural Social Board of Cần Thơ City People's Council requested the Department of Labor, Invalid and Social Affairs to support localities in resolving problems and the city's social security to simplify administrative procedures to facilitate assistance payments. In response to a pandemic surge in the community, Cần Thơ Department of Industry and Trade has sent an urgent official dispatch number 332 to the People's Committees of the district, shopping centers, supermarkets, convenience stores, and business households, requesting the units, organizations, and individuals not to let their guard down and keep up with pandemic preventive measures. Specifically, the City Department of Industry and Trade requests supermarket, shopping centers, convenience stores, and business households to promote the strict implementation of COVID-19 prevention and control measures as instructed by the Department of Industry and Trade and the health sector, arrange units operation to facilitate speedy shopping and avoid gathering. The department also suggests the People's Committees of the district to coordinate with competent agencies to promote inspection and supervision of implementing pandemic prevention and control regulations in the city, assist in upholding safety order, safe distancing, and avoiding crowds. The Department of Industry and Trade has assigned the department inspectors to coordinate with the Trade Management Office to build inspection and supervision plans for trading points to effectively contain pandemic transmission. Also on October 27, Cần Thơ Department of Transport announced the resumption of fixed-route passenger transport services going from and to Cần Thơ City and vice versa. According to the announcement, another 4 localities including Hậu Giang, Đồng Nai, Tây Ninh and Bình Thuận agreed on reconnecting with Cần Thơ City. Therefore, Cần Thơ City has now resumed 48 passenger transport routes to 11 localities. Among those, the 4 localities of Bình Định, Quảng Ngãi, Lâm Đồng, and An Giang agreed on operating at 50% frequency of the approved schedule, while other localities operate at 100%. Cần Thơ Department of Transport requested transport service providers to frequently update pandemic situation to adjust transport activities accordingly. Coming up next, the updated weather forecast. The weather forecast has also wrapped up this edition of Cần Thơ News. To rewatch our bulletins, you can log on to our website at canthotv.vn. And now, thank you so much for tuning in. Goodbye and see you next time.